That room is really just filled with your personal belongings?
Yes.
And that is the truth?
Yes. They're just old things of Paul's. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Old things of Paul's. That's the ticket. Old bones and body parts and teeth and hair of Paul's. Hello, and welcome to my watch of the original supernatural soap opera, Dark Shadows. We are working our way all the way up to 200, and we're going to watch all the way to the end of the series, but we are very, very close now to episode 200. We're watching episode 198 today, and I do want to say thank you to our patrons for making all of these videos possible. If you're watching on YouTube, you can watch early, ad-free, more often at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free, including and especially these Dark Shadows videos. All right, let's get into episode 198. All right, so it's a rehash. We're going to watch him break into this lock again. We didn't see him do it at all, really, in the last episode. I have learned my lesson, though. I'm going to appreciate rehashes for what they are. And this is the kind that I like, an extension of the scene.
I should think it would be all too obvious.
Good.
Break in there.
I'm certainly going to try.
Stop it, you hear me?
I will on one condition.
What's that?
Give me that key.
I don't know where the key is.
Then you give me no alternative.
I forbid you to enter that room.
I'm sorry, but I've got to.
And you leave me with no alternative. If you as much as put a hand on that door again, you can leave Collinwood for good.
All right. That is an excellent cold open, even with the rehash. And honestly, it extends the scene. First of all, we see that Roger, came down to at least test it, but he had a few tools, it looks like, and was going to make a go of it. I can't believe that he thought he could just bang on it like that, though, without drawing Liz's attention. And we've now established the stakes. Liz is willing to throw him out of the house for this. So, we know how badly she doesn't want anybody to know what's in that room, at least. We didn't know that really before, I think.
Liz, you can't be serious.
Can't I? I wouldn't try to find out if I were you.
What could possibly be in there?
What's in that room is no concern of yours.
Well, maybe not. But why is it such concern to you?
I don't think I have to answer questions about my own house.
I've got to get in there.
I absolutely forbid it.
All right, then you go in there.
Why?
I've just told you I'm looking for some paintings.
Well, I've just told you they're not in there.
Well, then what is in there?
Just some personal belongings.
But isn't it possible that these paintings could be hidden amongst them?
They're not.
Liz, I've got to look for these paintings.
But why?
I have promised Sam Evans that they could be used in a showing that may be given.
For his career.
Liz, I'm not going to argue with you. I've got to look for these paintings.
As a favor to Sam?
Yes.
Just doesn't make sense. At least I hope it doesn't.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, I hope you have no reason to have to do a favor for Sam Evans.
Of course I don't have to. I told him I would, and I will.
Are you keeping something from me?
Yes, he is. Yes, ma'am, he is. Thank you for finally putting it together. I mean, Liz, you know the truth, right? You do know the truth of what happened all those years ago.
No. Are you keeping something from me?
No, of course not.
That room is really just filled with your personal belongings?
Yes?
And that is the truth?
Yes. They're just old things of Paul's. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Old things of Paul's. That's the ticket. Old bones and body parts and teeth and hair of Paul's. Elizabeth stuttered. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best pivots in all of Dark Shadows so far, genuinely. A thing of beauty to behold. It's a good camera shot, too, here.
So I will have to do everything in my power to help him try to find those paintings. You believe that and understand that, don't you?
The Collins siblings have found each other out, I'm afraid.
Thought you were going to work.
I am. Just that I hate to leave you when you're feeling like this.
Oh, I'm feeling all right. Now, you go on.
Are you sure?
Okay. Sam, you are rivaling Elizabeth for the worst liar in this episode, and that is really saying something, giving her performance there in the basement.
There's nothing I can do for you? Hey, how about if I talk to that man myself?
No.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, or else I've lost a big opportunity, a chance for a great reputation.
That's not what it sounded like.
Are you going to go to work or aren't you?
All right, I'm going.
Maggie.
What?
Wait, I didn't mean to yell at you.
Well, I guess I ought to be used to it by now.
Oof. Okay, whatever your next words are, Sam, they better be a better apology than what you've given so far, please.
Once those paintings are found, once I've got the reputation that I deserve, then I'll make it all up to you, Maggie. Be no more work for you. You're going to get everything that's coming to you.
I know.
Yes. That's why I've got to get those paintings. Not just for my sake, but for yours, too. For both of us.
Okay. I will buy you a new life was a pretty decent pitch, and you were on your way to making something sweet there, and then you crash landed with, this is your problem, really, too. It's not just my problem, see?
The trouble with you, Willie, is that you have no faith in me. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I told you I'd be living in Collinwood within a week. And I am. And if I say I'm going to do anything else, it'll be done, believe me. Oh, why, Mrs. Stoddard and I are the best of friends. Oh, she's a wonderful woman. Generous. The same as I always thought she would be. Well, of course. You and I'll be meeting later. And I'll have more to tell you then about how wonderful and generous Mrs. Stoddard can be.
All right, we got a name, Slick Willie, along with our favorite Irishman, Jason McGuire. All right, what's his? Okay, I still say it's Paul's body in the basement. So what is he selling Willie here when all he needs is to keep the secret? I mean, he's double dealing, obviously, but in what way? Who is Willie?
I'm afraid I'm going to have a little assistance.
You mean money?
Well, that's what it seems to take.
Absolutely not.
It needn't be too great an amount, sort of like an allowance.
I said no.
Something consistent with the generosity you've already shown me.
Didn't you hear me?
Why, no, I don't believe I did.
I said I wasn't going to give you any money.
Funny. I still don't seem to be able to hear you, which is probably just as well for your sake.
On our primary show, The Articulate Coven, I believe it was my co-host that once said about a character that we were discussing, if he has nothing else, he does have the audacity. If Jason McGuire has nothing else, he does in fact have the audacity.
Of course. Besides, what do I have that could possibly threaten you? I was hoping you'd do it out of friendship. For old time's sake. How about it, Liz? For old time's sake.
I mean, I guess you got the woman over a barrel here. It depends on what's in that basement. If it's what I think, I really don't know how she gets around this, honestly. Like, I'm not sure what you do other than, again, though, appeasement. Appeasement is not a good strategy. We do not negotiate with terrorists.
Don't tell me you can't find them. You've got to find them.
I tell you, I've looked everywhere. You won't go to Burke, and I know it.
I won't?
No, you won't.
Why? What makes you think so? Because I'm implicated too?
Exactly.
Why? What if I said I didn't care?
I wouldn't believe you.
What if I said the satisfaction I might derive out of seeing you get what you deserve would more than compensate?
Also, let's be honest. Burke would pay all of his legal funds. So, like, he'd have the best lawyers if he spent some time in jail for the perjury or for aiding and abetting or whatever the charges might be, which he could probably negotiate those with the district attorney as well. But even if he couldn't, Burke could get him off, not scot-free perhaps, but very lightly on all of those. He wouldn't go to jail for long. He'd go to a nice facility. He could paint. Also, Burke, he could just tell Burke, hey, this woman gave me a chance, but I don't have the paintings that, I need. Surely Roger does not own all of the paintings from the period in question, right? Surely not. That's just where the most of them are. Burke has the resources that he could help him find all the others.
I still wouldn't believe you.
I'm going to Burke, and I'm going to tell him all I know.
All right, then. That does it. Goodbye.
I mean it, Roger.
So do I.
It'll mean jail, Roger, for perjury and manslaughter.
It'll mean the end of a few things for you, too. The respect from your friends and your loving daughter.
You leave Maggie out of this.
I'd be only too willing to, but when the truth is out, it'll be known all over town.
You'll rot in jail. You'll see. You'll see. You wait.
And where will you rot, Evans? Here, under the loving gaze of your daughter?
Get out. Get out of here before I kill you.
I'm going. And I won't be coming back. And you wouldn't get those paintings now, even if I did find them.
All right, David Ford. Hey, okay. A clumsy transition, not so much a beautiful transition, but at least thematically the same. Again, I think sometimes we got directors who handle those better than others, but I love that they try to do it as often as they can come up with a good story reason to do it.
Any member of the family is entitled to anything that it has to offer.
Ah, well, I'm certainly glad to hear that. It puts a little deeper meaning on something that your sister said to me just this afternoon, yes.
And what was that?
That while I'm living here at Collingwood, I should try to feel like a member of the family.
Somehow that doesn't sound like my sister.
Oh, really? It does to me. Liz has always been such a friendly person. Such warmth and...
No, sir. No, sir. Okay, Elizabeth Stoddard is many things. She is classy. She is calculating. She is considerate, for sure. Warm and friendly. It's not on the list.
Generosity from her seems perfectly natural to me.
May I ask more precisely how long you plan to stay here?
Well, I would say that that's up to Liz. like everything else around here.
Man, okay. Jason McGuire genuinely, first of all, we haven't seen Portia Fitzsimmons since her original introduction. I wonder if we'll see her again before the wrap up of this current little arc and whether she'll last on the show. I loved her so much. I hope we see more of her. But Jason McGuire, though, is like really something special. And the fact that he can mustache twirl without a mustache effectively. Even when he's on screen with Roger, who is like a great, dastardly. Also, Roger's one-liners at him are so fantastic. It's really the gift that keeps on giving.
Chance of a lifetime is gone.
Maybe he'll still find the paintings.
No, he won't find them. He looked, he couldn't find them.
Oh, Pop. You've heard from him?
He stood right there with his stupid face hanging out.
He stood right there with his stupid face hanging out. Is a great line for Roger Collins.
His stupid wave face and his beady little eyes shifting all over the place. I could have strangled him on the spot.
Was he absolutely sure that they were lost?
Oh, he said he looked, searched Collinwood from top to bottom.
Collinwood?
Yeah, and then he
Bum,
comes
bum,
in
bum.
here whining.
Collinwood? Did you say Collinwood?
What?
You said Collinwood.
I did.
Well, then the man that bought the paintings was Roger Collins.
Roger? No. That couldn't have been Roger.
But you said that he searched Collinwood.
No, I didn't mean Collinwood.
Pop, was it Roger Collins?
No, it wasn't.
It was.
All right, it was then.
Pop, that was the time that you were paid $15,000.
Well, that's not an exorbitant amount of money for 10 paintings.
But it was then. It was more than you were ever paid before.
But not more than I deserved.
But more than...
Oh. Maggie's finally put it together. Okay. This is a fitting conclusion for this arc if this is all we ever get out of it. If Portia Fitzsimmons was just a feint to get us to here, this is worthwhile all by itself.
That money, that $15,000, it wasn't for those paintings, was it?
I tell you, it was for the paintings.
Was it?
What was it for, then? Well,
It was for
what
silence,
was it
Sam.
for? Tell me.
I don't...
Tell me!
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Well, I'm going to tell you what it was for.
No! I don't want to hear!
You do. I don't care.
Pop, no. Just tell me it was for the paintings. It was. You always said so. Just tell me it was for the paintings, and I'll believe
Nope.
you.
Nope.
It was for...
No, don't do that.
It was so you wouldn't testify.
Yes. Get it out.
You saw Roger Collins driving that car, not Burke. You saw Roger kill that man. And Roger paid you so you wouldn't...
No.
Pop, why did you do it? What did you do it for? Why?
Man. What a fantastic episode. Okay, I want to give, first of all, I'm glad to have Joan Bennett back. Jason McGuire, Dennis Patrick's doing great. Sam Evans, David Ford, holy moly, and Catherine Lee Scott, Maggie, doing some really, really great work in this episode. You all don't get your flowers often enough. Maggie especially. She hasn't had anything that good to work with in quite a while. I feel bad for her that she has to understand, I mean, it's part of growing up. You understand the imperfection of your parents, but this is a big imperfection. This is a huge flaw, a giant skeleton to find in the deep recesses of the closet. You all come back soon we'll be up to episode 199 of Dark Shadows before you know it. And in the meantime, I want to remind you that if you're watching these on YouTube, you can go to articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free, and you'd be way ahead if you were a patron. So come and join us there. There are even annual plans where you can save more money than that. All right, we'll be back soon with episode 199. So close to Barnabas.